Fire away.
So you've been directing episodes in the past and in the beginning of season 10. Is it difficult switching between acting and directing at the same time?
Very difficult. I'm sure obviously some people do it. You know, you've got Ben Affleck does it. You've got Ben Stiller does it very well. You know, you can look back to like even Braveheart with Mel Gibson or Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner. I mean, these guys, obviously it's doable. I find it very difficult. And I'd love to ask any one of those guys that question and see what their response is, because it does really take a toll on me, because I didn't realize the mindset that I required to be in when I was directing was so monumentally different than the mindset I need required to act. And really, it's the difference of clarity. As an actor, as somebody playing a role, I'm only responsible for that one role and bringing that one role to life and how that works on set. So I'm very clear as to, that's what I have. I'll get the lines. I can memorize lines very easily. So once I've got the lines, and I can, then I can just be open and clear-minded to portray Dean as Dean. As a director, I'm responsible for every link in the chain. And I'm constantly thinking like, okay, I'm watching the clock. I'm like, shoot, that setup took 45 minutes. I'm going to have to go back and rework some of my shots because I don't have time to get this special shot. And I've got to make sure that I get the close-up. I want to get the push-in on this one. I've got to get this. So my mind is literally, you could hear it running. And to turn all that off, to walk on set and to be in the scene it's difficult. And I attempted something this time because I knew it was going to be a very difficult, because I was introducing essentially a new character to the show, which is Demon Dean, which I wanted to really make unique and find all the idiosyncrasies that would make him a demonic version of Dean. And I wanted to be available to be able to play with that, in the scene with Jared or in the scene with Mark. That I so overly prepared for the directing aspect of it. I showed up day one with 8 days shot listed, and so I was literally able to hand my director's binder over to my AD, my assistant director, and said, "That's how I want to shoot this scene. I'm going to go get into my headspace to be able to perform."
So speaking of Demon Dean, I'm actually really excited to see what you do with that, because he's really struggled with the whole trying to be the good guy and everything. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to with that.
Well, as I'm sure most of you know, the way that Dean was last season was just heavily guilt-ridden, weight of the world on his shoulders. The fact that he had tricked his brother into being possessed by Gadriel, and now his brother doesn't want to have a brother relationship with him anymore, and he was just kind of on a collision course for destruction. The mark of Cain, and all of this stuff is just it was a very weighty season for Dean. So I wanted to essentially lift all that away and make it a Dean that has no worries, has no cares. He could care less about anybody's feelings. He could care less about anything, anyone. And he's so carefree that it's scary. And that's kind of what.
That sounds super fun.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.